girl replied and said, yeah, that all my ex-boyfriend's collection, he's cheated on me, so I just want them all gone. So I ended up getting, like, I think it was either 8 or 10 Mitchell and Ness Swingmans, all with tags at £10 each.
What I think the question is, how did you get into flipping basketball shirts? You know, like buying them and selling them on to people, and how did that all start?
So initially, it was me going through some old boxes, and I had I think it was 8 jerseys I had that I wanted to like get rid of because I did still watch basketball, but I wasn't as maybe. It goes in phases, doesn't it? I'm sure you're the same. Like at times you'll kind of drift out and then drift back in. Like I've been into basketball for nearly 20 years, so it's like it's been up and down. There's been times when I've not really been into it as much as I am now, and at that time I was kind of in a bit of a junction, and I was like, oh, I'll just get rid of them. I'll probably never wear them again, so I'll just throw them on eBay. So I threw them on eBay. And the amount of messages I got from people like, will you take this price for it? Will you take this? Will you, like, I can give you £70 for this now. And I was thinking, if I get 20 quid each for these, I'll be happy. So it's a bit of a light bulb moment. And I was like, wait a minute, there's a bit of a market here. So I just got a bonus from work of £300. And I was like, I'm going to just invest this £300 in buying more jerseys just to see where it goes, and it's like not stopped. That was 2.5 years ago.
And so, do you do it full time now, or are you working? It's done on the side.
I still have a day job, but I'm lucky with my day job. I manage a children's care home, so my shifts are 1 full day in, 24 hours, and then 2 full days off. So it's kind of brilliant for me to keep running the business. So I could live comfortably off the Throwback Store, but because I love my job so much, it's like win-win. Yeah. It's perfect, and all the spare time, it kind of fills that gap.
And then, so when did you go from like having everything in your house to going, right, I could actually like rent a unit? Like, how far from investing that £300 did you get down to?
It was last November I got my unit. So it was, so I've done it, it'll be 2 years in March, 3 years in March since I actually started my Instagram page, which is when I kind of took it a little bit more seriously. So it'll be 12 months in November that I got my unit, but the room in my house was just ridiculous. It was just rails on rails, and there was basketball jerseys and everything was everywhere. It's a lot more structured now. I've actually got somewhere for it all to go.
Where do you go and hunt down the jerseys? Like, do you just go on eBay, or is it a case of everywhere?
Everywhere. It's a lot easier now because I've got I've just got over 20,000 followers on Instagram. So a lot of the time people are coming to me to sell their jerseys, because where else do you go? People don't want to be hit with fees on eBay or on Depop or on any of these like selling pages, or like they don't want to be hit with the fees. So a lot of people just come to me, but I'll be looking everywhere. The hours that go into trying to find basketball jerseys, you just won't believe. It's like eBay, Depop, Spock, Vinted. I've got a friend who lives in America, and he's on American eBay looking for me. He's looking for any deals in any of the team stores out there. Like it is literally everywhere, and it's non-stop every day. There's no days off.
And what do you think your best find's been?
Oh God, I'm going to be biased because my best find's going to be something that's mine. Do you know what I mean? But I've found jerseys for 20 quid and been able to flip them for like 200-300.
Wow.
Yeah, like a couple. What a funny story is, I was on Spot once, and I was just flicking through and I seen all these like Mitchell and Ness jerseys, and they were up for like £10 each, and I was looking at them, I was going like, they all looked real, they all look legit. So I'm thinking, as this person like just took pictures of real jerseys, but then they're selling fakes. So I just messaged them and I was like, are these really up for £10? And this girl replied and said, yeah, they're all my ex-boyfriend's collection. He's cheated on me, so I just want them all gone. So I ended up getting I think it was either 8 or 10 Mitchell and Ness swingmans, all with tags at £10 each. He must have been fuming. I know, he must have been fuming.
And so then you said in that point, fakes, like I hate fakes, right? Yeah. But they are literally everywhere. When you look on Amazon, when you look on like eBay, you can usually spot how. But what would be your like key tips on how to spot a fake or places to avoid?
Yeah, the key, it depends what you're looking for, firstly. So if you're looking at a new Nike jersey, for argument's sake, always look at the inside tag. Always look and see if there's a code, like they have a Nike code inside. So that's an easy tip. The likes of your Mitchell and Ness and stuff like that, they're getting better and better all the time, these fakes, and at times it is really, really difficult. But the rule of thumb will always be, if it looks too good to be true, it usually is. Yeah, it usually is. Still get, I don't know, between 50 and 100 messages a week for legit checks on jerseys, which I'll happily do because I'll always try to help people out. There's nothing worse than buying a jersey. I've done it myself when a jersey looks real, and I have, I don't know, thousands and thousands of jerseys coming through my hands, like year in, year out. And I'll look at a jersey on eBay and think that looks legit, and then it comes and you can feel the materials off. And so I think the main thing is, if it looks too good to be true, it is too good to be true.
When you get your jerseys in, like, what do you do? Like, because one of the things I've got about vintage is that my mate who does the site with me, AD, he doesn't wash the jerseys. He's like, no, I like the vintage smell. Whereas I'm like, as soon as they come in, they get dropped in, wash it. Like, how do you deal with that?
It's dependent. Obviously, if it's a vintage jersey and it's got the tags on it, I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't wash it. If it's a vintage jersey and it looks like there's nothing, like there's no stains, there's no marks, and it's got that vintage smell, I'll leave it. But if it's got any marks or anything on it, I'll always throw it through the wash. Any new jerseys like your Adidas or your Nikes, I'll wash all of them before I put them on the website or anything, just to keep it fresh and keep my unit smelling fresh, which is the key to everything.
And then, when did you sort of like, you said you were selling on eBay and stuff, but then how long have you had your website and to sell through there?
March 2018, I think, is when I got the website, and that was just to avoid the fees. I was doing a lot on Instagram, just directly through PayPal, which doesn't look legitimate a lot of the time, So I needed a little bit more legitimacy to the business, and there's nothing more legitimate than a website, I still get a lot of messages from people saying everything you sell's fake, and you get people who kind of, they see somebody succeeding or doing well, and the only way they can comprehend it to themselves is that they must be cutting corners somewhere. So I get a lot of that. I get a lot of hate, but it comes with the territory, doesn't it? Unfortunately, I think that's the world we live in.
Yeah, because I tried flipping some stuff for like some YouTube videos, and I was just horrendously bad at it. I found a vintage shop, but like trying to get the right price, and like
I think it's just getting the right eyes on it, and I've got the audience ultimately, and that's the key. Like a lot of the time on eBay, people will let things sit if it's too expensive, whereas people come to my website to find something. And the other thing, like you've touched upon yourself, on eBay, if you haven't got the knowledge of what's real and what's fake, it is a minefield. So people coming to me, and the trust I've built over the last nearly 3 years, at least they know everything I've got is going to be legit. So I think that's a big thing with it, is knowing that you're getting the real deal.
And so how many jerseys do you get for your own personal collection? You know, they come in, you're like, I'm going to sell this, and I'm like, oh no, I'm going to keep it.
I used to keep a lot, but I've had to, as a Sixers fan, I had to just have a minute and go, right, I'm only going to collect Sixers jerseys now. The only other NBA jersey I've got that isn't a Sixers jersey is a Kobe, an authentic Kobe Lakers jersey from when, and the thing with that is it's from when they played the Sixers in the finals.
Oh, okay.
So there's still a connection there. But yeah, because if I kept everything I liked, I'd never sell anything. And the business would just be, I don't know, liquidated in the first week. So yeah, I've tried to keep it to just strictly Sixers stuff that I keep.
And what's the packaging like sending stuff out and shipping worldwide? Is it like a bit of a hassle, or have you got a bit of a system?
I've got a system going now. It used to be a hassle. Oh, that's the one job that people don't realise, like the time that goes into it. Like I can go to work. Like I went to work yesterday. I only finished at 10 a.m. this morning. So before coming home, I've gone straight from work, straight to my storage unit, got all the parcels that have been delivered for new stock, took all the pictures of them, racked all them away, then got all the stuff that's sold, got all them down off the rails, packaged all them up, printed all the labels, and that's just this morning. It's so time consuming, and I think that's the stuff that people don't see. The packaging, the pictures being taken, the loading everything on the website, it's time consuming and tiring at times, but that's it is what it is, isn't it? Like that's part and parcel of the business.
And then, so if people had a jersey to sell, would you say contact you in the first instance, maybe,
yeah,
or go on eBay? Like, is it better just to contact you?
I'd always say to people, if you want to get the best price possible for this jersey, go to eBay. If you want to sell the jersey, come to me, and that's the difference, because you can put a jersey on eBay for 60 quid and it can sit there for 3 months, 4 months. If I can offer you 45 for it and you get your money today, then what would you rather do? It's completely up to you, but I think if you're willing to wait, but if you're struggling for money, I can always try and help you out.
Yeah, because I made a mistake on eBay. Like, I missed out the team name, I missed out the word NBA.
Oh,
and literally, it was just...
That's brilliant though, because people like me, that's where I like home in on. Mistakes in names, I can get jerseys for cheap. No team names, get jerseys for cheap. So all these things that people don't do, I'm in my element with that. I'm searching Bobby Bryant and stuff like that, just trying to get a deal.
A Kobe Black Mamba jersey, like no one could get their hands on that. Like,
see, that frustrates me, because the thing that I'll always do is you won't find a jersey on my website that's above retail. I'll always keep everything below retail, because what's the point in me doing this? Like, why wouldn't you just go to Fanatics? Why wouldn't you just go to Mitchell and Ness? So as long as I can keep everything below retail, that's what I'll do. So it frustrates me that people are buying these jerseys, especially the Kobe Bryant ones, buying them for £110, and then you're seeing them on eBay for £250, £300, £350. It was the same with the trainers, but it's just disrespectful more than anything. To a basketball fan, it feels disrespectful.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Like, I just couldn't believe, like, because is it StockX? I think they
Yeah,
went on, and they were like for 450, and I was like, oh, it just
exactly.
makes the
You
miss.
just can't justify it. You just can't justify paying it.
And what would you say is the item or the player's jersey that you sell the most? Is it Jordan or is it?
Kobe's, since Kobe passed, Kobe's been. I had Kobe sitting for months on end on my website before he passed, but now every time a Kobe goes up, it's gone within the hour.
Wow.
Jordan, uh, Allen Iverson's a big one. Vince Carter's a big one. T-Mac. Then you get your pennies, your Shaqs, just because there's a lot of those jerseys around on the market, they'll sell. But yeah, I think you look at Kobe at the minute, his jerseys. I'll put a picture on my Instagram. Even sometimes I won't even get a chance to put the picture up. It's already gone from the website because people must be checking on a daily basis to see if I'm stocking it.
Wow. And is there like much competition in like jersey reselling? Like, I know there's a couple of people who do it, but like, is it pretty limited field or?
It is a pretty limited field in regards to the websites. There's only, in the UK, that I know of anyway, obviously there could be other ones, there's only myself and Hooping and Looting. And I think, I'm going to say Nostalgia Basketball, which is a pretty new one. I think there's only us three who've actually got websites. There is some other selling pages, but they're doing a lot through PayPal directly and kind of going down that route, the route that I kind of did before. But I wanted to make it more into a legitimate business because ultimately, I keep saying I'm gonna give my day job up, but I just can't bring myself to do it because there is always that financial security that is nice. But at the moment, I could live pretty comfortably just doing the Throwback Store. Maybe I'm just greedy. I don't know.
No, that's amazing because, like as you said, what 2.5 years ago
Yeah.
when you went and put those first jerseys up. So for 2.5 years to full-time career you could have.
Yeah,
Impressive.
yeah, it's insane. I never expected it. I did. This was way beyond anything that I ever expected. So everything's a bonus from here.
And you started the Throwback group on like Facebook, and that's got like 11,000 members. You say your Instagram's got like 20,000. Like, what do you think you've done to like make groups that big about basketball?
I think it's hard to say because you feel like you're blowing your own trumpet, but I think it's being personable. I think it's just being talking to people and trying to spread your knowledge and getting my personality across, and that's what I've always tried to do. I've tried to make it because it's just me doing it. I've got my friend Ant, who lives out in Miami, he helps out a lot with the technical side of things. Like we're developing an app at the moment, looking to get that out soon. So, but ultimately it's just me, just giving all my time to try and push basketball forward over here, and obviously I make a living from it as well, which is obviously a bonus. But I think it's just getting your personality out there and being open to have conversations with people. I think that's the key to everything. I think if you just, as you said, it's about putting a face to the name, and a lot of people know me through speaking to me on a message board or here or there, but not many people know me to have a conversation with like this. So I think it's just about getting my face out there a little bit more, and people become comfortable, don't they? If they know what you look like, if they know who you are, they're more willing to buy from you, as opposed to just a faceless, I don't know, Fanatics or Nike or...
Yeah, no, totally agree. And so like on that note, where do you think Throwback Store is going to be like 5 years down the line? What are you sort of hoping for?
What I'm hoping to... I don't know. I think I'm going to have to open a shop at some point because I see my storage unit as dead money. It's not working for me. If I could open a shop for around about the same price that I pay for my storage unit, it's win-win because the footfall alone is a bonus, and I'd still do everything online, and I'd still do obviously the website and stuff. But I think getting a store opened at some point, a physical store, would be something I'd probably look into. But again, I'd have to give up my day job to do that. So it's kind of balancing that. So developing an app that'll be coming out hopefully soon.
The app do.
So it's basically going to be all the social media and the website in one place. So it'll be like posts from the Instagram, posts from the Facebook, YouTube videos, as well as all the stock from the website will also be on there. So there'll be a shop in there as well. You'll get updates when new stock drops. It'll be on, obviously, it'll be on Android. It'll be on Apple. And yeah, so that's the next thing on the list. And I think I'll be the first basketball store to get this done. So that's a big thing. Like I say, coming from 8 jerseys and in a rail in my back bedroom to having an app is it's just huge. It's just unbelievable. I get a lot of messages as well from people asking me how to do it. How do you start? And there's been people who, through messaging me, have started their own pages and started their own businesses, which to me, that means more than anything else. I think like I help as many people as I can. And if they can go on and even just make, I don't know, £100 a month, like that's brilliant. That I've kind of made a difference in that person's life and just give them something to aspire to, and that's what it's all about ultimately, isn't it? Like I love doing this. I don't see it as a job. I just see it as I've been lucky, I've worked hard, and this is where it's got.